Alright, so you're a gamer and you're in the market for a new monitor. You're not sure whether you should go ultra-wide or 4K. Lucky enough, I've got both, so let's take a look and I'll let you know what I think. So the ultra-wide monitor we'll be using in the video is the Acer Predator X34. It's a 34-inch wide curved monitor with a resolution of 3440 by 1440, a refresh rate up to 100Hz, an IPS display, and a 21:9 aspect ratio. It retails around $1,449 Australian. And the 4K monitor we'll be using for comparison is the Samsung U28D 590D. This is a flat panel measuring 28 inches diagonally with a resolution of 3840 by 2160, a refresh rate of 60Hz, which can't be overclocked, a 16:9 aspect ratio, a TN panel, and similar monitors can be purchased in Australia for around the $600 mark. Before we take a look at the visual differences between the two, because I know that's something that you guys are going to want to see, I want to talk numbers for a second. Now, the reason that it seems to be a common choice between ultra-wide and 4K is because they're equally as difficult to run as each other at their desired frame rates. Now, if we run some numbers, we can see that the ultra-wide has 3440 by 1440 resolution at 100Hz, and the 4K has 3840 by 2160 at 60Hz. If you were to calculate that pixel fill rate, you'll get a figure that's 99.5% identical to each other. So running both the monitors at their desired frame rate is going to be just as difficult, and you're going to need some serious power to maintain that. But let's take a look at the visual differences and the benchmarks now, and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Okay, so let me give you my thoughts on the comparison. If we look at the ultra-wide monitor, it appears that that's the easier screen to run at above 60Hz. Now, the reason we want to stay above that is because when you dip below that, it's going to be noticeable, especially on 4K. I mean, the 4K refresh rate is 60Hz maximum anyway, but when you dip below that, it's going to be very, very noticeable. The ultra-wide is easier to keep in that 60Hz to 100Hz range. Being able to go beyond 60Hz up to 100Hz is a huge benefit, and it's definitely noticeable. And it's going to be easier to achieve closer to 100Hz on ultra-wide than it is holding 60Hz on the 4K. The other thing is that the extra horizontal field of view from the 21:9 ratio ultra-wide, I believe, is far more beneficial than the extra vertical resolution that you get from the 4K, especially when it comes to gaming. And although technically the ultra-wide stretches less pixels across a wider horizontal field, there's still enough there that everything still looks sharp and clear, and you're missing out on absolutely nothing when compared to the 4K. The other thing I like about the ultra-wide is the fact that it makes editing work easy. For example, when I'm working on these videos and editing them, I can stretch the timeline out to be really wide, and it's a really natural field of view for me, and it just makes work really, really easy. And that's not to say that the 4K doesn't have its strengths, because it absolutely does. If you've seen a 4K monitor in the flesh, you'll know just how good they look. Having that many pixels in a screen that small is amazing, and it makes everything look good. Professional photographers or designers, for one, love 4K monitors because there's heaps of screen real estate to work on. It's equivalent of having 4 1080p screens on one screen, so it's an immense canvas to work with. But in a pure gaming sense, I think the ultra-wide high refresh rate monitor is still the best option. So there you go guys, there's my take on ultra-wide versus 4K for gaming. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what screen you guys use for gaming. And also if you'd be keen to take a look at Thermaltake's new Mecha Pro mechanical keyboard, which will be coming to market soon. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks guys, see ya.